What's up, everybody? Andrew Vose bringing you all things living in Pensacola and surrounding areas. If you feel like this can provide some value, like, share, comment, and always reach out to me. That's actually how I get a lot of connections and relationships in the buyers. But we looked up what it's like to live in Pensacola, Florida, right? So we went to realestate.news.com rankings, and what we found about Pensacola is pretty astonishing, right? Because people are like, oh, where's that? I mean, it's not a hidden gem anymore. It used to be an amazing, like, you wouldn't know about it when people came here, right? Would you agree? It was like, oh, I just left the best place in the world. You don't even know. We got the best beaches, anywhere from Panama City Beach all the way to Perdido. Incredible. All right, so what I found today is pretty interesting. Number 44 best places to live. Amazing, right? Number 3 best places to retire. Why? Because the cost of living is so cheap, right? They can be extremely competitive on cost of goods sold, amenities, and all that. Number 6 best places to live in Florida. There's a lot of great places to live in Florida. I just appreciate we're in the top 10 there, right? Because you got great places like Destin, Tampa, Panama City Beach, you got Clearwater, Florida, you got all these places, but Pensacola is in the top 10 at number 6. And number 17 in places to live, and that's in the country, right? That's super important, especially if you got families or you're retiring, because retirement people, they don't want to deal with crime, right? You don't want to go to New Orleans, Chicago. Those are basically like war zones at this point. Another interesting rate, right? Because we know employment rate has been so high recently. It's actually at 6.3% unemployment rate, which is good, right? That's not a lot. And then under 500K population. So there's a lot of room. If you're an entrepreneur, there's a lot of room to grow for you and your business. But you also don't get that congested feel. Now, just to be fully transparent, if you're gonna expect not to have a congested feel during the summer, you're mistakenly wrong. There's 3 months out of the year that if you're driving from Destin to Pensacola, you're probably gonna hit 2 hours of traffic. But the rest of the days out of the year, it's an amazing feel, and you don't get that congestion. All right, 3 other things lastly I wanted to touch on was the cost of living, things to do, and what is the weather like, right? So let's talk about the things to do. You got bars, restaurants, you got a lot of family stuff to do. Most of the family stuff to do is gonna be out on the beach. I really like lagunas. They have go-karting, rock climbing, some putt-putt golf out there at the UFO putt-putt place. Also, cost of living, right? That's very, very important. In Pensacola, the median home price is $256. However, the closer you get to water, the higher the price point's gonna be, right? And also, if you wanna be on a golf course or want a pool, just keep that in mind. $256, you're probably gonna be more around the $350 to $500 range. Now, the weather. Let's talk about the weather. The weather, as you can see, it's beautiful out right now. We do have a humid climate, which gets you a lot of butt sweat, at least for me. Butt sweat's huge, but butt sweat is a thing here. But so I think we go through 3 seasons here, right? We actually go through 4, but we don't get the snow with the winter. So it gets super hot in the summer, right? Sometimes it'll be 90 degrees with 100% humidity. And then sometimes, it's just overcast. Today's overcast, but it still feels great out. We got a slight breeze. We do go through months where we have hurricane season, right? Where, generally in November, we're always watching the news, looking at our weather app, seeing if there's a tropical storm, hurricane, or anything coming through. And then we do go through rain season. But the great thing about our rain season is it usually rains, and sometimes it's like blue skies out and it's just quick, it's done and over with. And sometimes it does last a little bit longer, right? Like I remember, I was gonna say in December, but I actually know the date, December 30th, we had about 24 hours of rain out on the beach, and it was crazy, right? And when you live on an island, so the island was flooded. So just keep stuff in mind. It doesn't stay flooded for long because they do a really good job with the irrigation and getting it off and pumping and everything. But that's a little bit about what it's like living in Pensacola.